at a certain point we will start to feel very confident and very in charge in terms of our energy. That gives us a really great strength in the world. We start to have a really nice recognition of, where are my boundaries? Where do I end and the other person begins? When we stay in that very young place, energetically, in terms of that, our relationships tend to be codependent. Because that's what child-parent relationships are. By their nature, they're codependent. They need to be. But if we don't allow that part of ourselves to grow up, then we can be in codependent relationships in our adult selves and start wondering, why is it going wrong? Why does this person not know what I need? Why are they not giving me what I need? And we can feel quite righteous in that. They should know. They're my partner. Yeah. So, when we leave different things unhealed in ourselves, it has the ability to interfere and disrupt relationships, work, friendships, all that kind of stuff. We will usually feel that the other person is the problem. Because that's kind of how it manifests. Yeah? We'll see it so clearly in what the other person is doing wrong. But there's always a complement on the other side. It doesn't work without the other side meeting it in that place. It may not be identical, but it'll be a fairly close template match. So our deepest and most reliable way through that is to really get to know who we are. Then what we're sharing with the other person, we know what we're sharing with the other person. Up until that point, we're sharing everything I haven't healed in myself. I'm sharing my defenses, I'm sharing my baggage, my family stuff. Yeah. When we grow into adulthood, one of the freedoms of that is growing into who we really are. That can feel very hard to break free from when we're still connected into our family of origin. That will have its own culture and its own environment and microcosm of how to be in that. And we're all familiar with that. We all know our different roles when we're in that, or the roles we slip into when we go back into it. But one of the freedoms of adulthood is that we get to heal ourselves from that so that we're not limited by it. When we find where that has limited us, we can give ourselves permission to break through that. So if we grew up in a family culture where nobody went to college, let's say, and we might feel very hard to break that trend of nobody going to college, or nobody having a profession kind of job. It would take a fair amount of courage to stand in our power and go, this is what I'm going to do. And allow ourselves to do that. We're completely free to do that. So this is the value of looking at all of the different things that we have unresolved in us. How it's still operating in me and affecting my most meaningful relationships, my important relationships to me. And then it's giving ourselves the choice of, how do I really want to address that? How do I let myself acknowledge my different fears in that? Sometimes we can be very afraid to change something. Especially if it's, let's say, within our life partner relationship, our marriage relationship. We might be afraid that if I change, I'm going to break the marriage. We can be really fearful of that, and it can keep us locked in unhelpful patterns. So there's a huge, I guess, courage in a way that we establish inside of letting ourselves question everything that I have come to believe about myself as a person, or my life story, or my family, or my work life, or my friends, all of that. Where I let it be questioned enough that I can heal my unhealed things. I let myself be very free and very responsive in the world for whatever I need, whatever feels right for me.